Reading from All Ye Lands, Chapter 6. An Emperor Converts the Church under Constantine. After 3 centuries of so much difficulty and torment for the Church, a most surprising thing happened. By the end of the 4th century, the most hated religion in the Roman Empire became the official religion of the Roman Empire. The man responsible for this great change was Constantine the Great, who reigned as emperor from 306 until his death in 337. Constantine was not the emperor who made the Christian faith the state religion, but he did more than anyone to prepare the way for this to happen. Constantine was born about the year 280 to a Christian mother, Saint Helena, and Constantius Chorus, a Caesar in the empire. When he himself became Caesar in his father's place in 306, Constantine knew he faced enemies who wanted to destroy him. One of these was Maxentius, who made himself the ruler of Italy. Seeing Maxentius wanted to take control of the entire Western Empire, Constantine marched against him and defeated him in battle in 312. It is said Constantine won this battle after receiving a vision of a Christian sign, the Chi Rho, or the first 2 letters in Christ in Greek, which he ordered his men to place on their shields. From that time on, Constantine is thought to have been a Christian, although he was not baptized until the end of his life. In 313, Constantine met with Licinius, the emperor of the East, in Milan, a city in northern Italy. Together, they signed the Edict of Milan, which granted full religious freedom to Christians and returned their property to them. Over the next 25 years, life for Christians in the empire continued to improve. Churches that had been damaged were restored, and grand new churches were built with public money. Under Constantine, the Christian faith now began to influence the empire in a way it had never done before. For instance, coins bearing pagan symbols now included Christian symbols as well. Civil laws began to reflect Christian morality and practice. Sunday became an official day of rest. Masters could no longer kill their slaves, nor could they break up slave families. Sins against marriage, such as adultery, were punished more severely. Priests and bishops were excused from service in the military. When he became the sole ruler of the empire in 312, Constantine's great desire was to unite the empire under his authority. As emperor, he began to see himself as the head of the church as well, and he wanted to unite the church just as he had united the empire. Uniting the church, however, was more difficult than Constantine may have thought it would be. Christians no longer persecuted, but they were divided amongst themselves. One question that divided Christians was what to do with those believers who had denied their faith and sacrificed to idols. Should they be forgiven and readmitted to the church, or should they be kept out of the church forever? The disagreement led to a schism, or splitting off of the church, of a strict group in North Africa called the Donatists. The Donatists thought the church would be weakened if unfaithful Christians and especially unfaithful bishops and priests were allowed again into the church. The rest of the church decided that those who had denied Christ in the persecutions could be forgiven after a period of penance. A worse split in the church, however, came about when a deacon of Alexandria in Egypt named Arius began teaching that God the Father created the Son and that the Son is not fully God. The church was soon divided between the Arians, those who followed Arius, and the Orthodox believers, who said the Son of God, equal to the Father. Across the empire, Christians argued and even fought each other violently over Arianism. To stop the riots and help the desperate bishops, Constantine assembled the first Emensual Council, or worldwide meeting of bishops, in church history. It met in the city of Nicaea in the year 325 to decide what the true teaching of the church was. Is the Son true God, or is he less than the Father? With the help of the great Alexandrian theologian St. Athanasius, the Council of Nicaea condemned Arianism and declared that the Son of God is true God, equal to the Father. It expressed this teaching in a creed, or a statement of belief. This creed eventually became the Nicene Creed we recite today at Mass on Sunday. But though the Arian heresy had failed to win over the Council of Nicaea, it did not immediately go away. Because several emperors after the Constantine supported the heresy, it even looked as if Arianism would eventually take over the entire church. But in the end, the truth about Christ won out, and the error of Arius, thanks to the work of the bishops gathered at the Council of Nicaea and other Christian writers who, like St. Athanasius, bravely defended the faith.